I'm trying to make sure everything's working. The streaming just stopped for some reason. I don't know if it picked back up on where it was or it just did a whole. Oh, there it was. See, it says video ended. Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Okay, so now I can add a description. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're here, jump on in and let us know. Tell us that you're here. Say hello to us. Give us your name. Tell us where you're tuning in from. My name is Tamara Zantell, and this is my daughter, Zandra.
Hi.
And if you don't know who we are, if you're not familiar with us, I happen to be the mom of this beautiful young lady. She is a teen entrepreneur, and she just did two amazing things just this week. She launched a book, and what else did you do? We officially announced that she is going to be three things actually, that she's going to be selling her products in Whole Food stores. So I'm super excited about that. And she also started her senior year today. So let me not forget to mention that, because that's a big deal, Raya. Zandra, even though you don't really want to talk about it. And the reason why she doesn't really want to talk about it is because she was homeschooled last year. And this year, we made a decision that we decided that she'd go to a actual school, right? But it's not any school. It's a very, very prestigious, small, entrepreneurial business academy. Like entrepreneurial business, same thing. Well, kind of. Not really. No, it's not. So that's what she's doing. So she and her younger brother are both attending this amazing school, and I'm super excited about it. It was an awesome opportunity. She had got a personal invite, and we went for it, and that's all, folks.
Thank you, Miss Melissa.
Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I'm stalling a little bit because I'm trying to get this video shared out where I want it to be, so I can get everything going. So that's what I'm trying to do. But
everything's
for some
backwards.
reason, yeah, I know everything's backwards. It's a little different, but it's okay. All right, so if you don't know me, my name is Tamara Zantell, and I am a momager and a dadager coach, just plain and simple, right? So I work with parents that are where I used to be when I was raising my young mogul when she was just 9 years old and starting out on her entrepreneurial journey and launching a major business. We together and our rest of our family, we took her brand from a kitchen table hobby into an international brand. And she's actually doing very well. And she's launched several companies since launching when she was just 9. And she's actually 17 now, and she's doing phenomenal. So I work with parents and helping them along their journey as they begin and they want to launch or rebrand or really just try to figure out what this is all about, and how they can do it and avoid a lot of the things that I didn't avoid and a lot of the things that I went through, So if I can help someone along the way, why not? So I work with parents, giving them the confidence, the knowledge, and the tools that they need to raise their young moguls. And that's it. And Zandra, who are you?
Well, you just told all my business. Hi, everyone. Like she said, my name is Zandra Cunningham. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior in high school now. And I'm the founder and CEO of Zandra, which is an all-natural skincare line that I created when I was 9 years old. And my line is all about girl empowerment inspiration. So,
is that the only company you have, Zandra?
No. I am also the founder of Young Mogul Prep School and the Zandra Foundation as well, the Zandra TLC Foundation. And what else am I forgetting? No, that's it.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. That's good. So, anyways, thank you all for joining. Hi, Cliff. Thanks for joining us. Hello. Thank you all for joining. So last week we came to you all and we wanted to talk a little bit about disappointment. And the reason that, and a lot of our lives and a lot of things that we've been deciding to come on and talk about come from real life experiences, right? So like, how can we talk about it if we haven't been through it? And in addition to that, it comes from questions, inboxes, emails and things that we get asking us, how did you handle this? Xander, what is it like when you do this? How did you launch this? So what was it like when you had to do this, but you still had to be to school at 6 o'clock in the morning, or I mean, be up for school at 6 o'clock in the morning, So I felt like it was really important. Together, we discussed that we just start coming and talking about this experience and our journey and sharing a lot of the things that we've gone through, so that other moms and dads don't feel like they're alone, And most of this, a lot of it will, pertain to or probably focus on, parents that are parenting young moguls or kids with huge dreams or, starting businesses. But it doesn't have to only stay there, because a lot of it is just parenting in general. A lot of us struggle with a kid at times, that, like I said, has a huge dream or has something that they're trying to work towards. And we're not really sure how to encourage them on the hard days. We're not really sure how to encourage them when we don't feel encouraged ourselves. Or we're not really sure how to be our child's biggest advocate. Or we're not really sure, what to do when they have to show up and they don't want to, or where to pull from on the days when we feel like we're empty, So that was the point of this platform. If you all don't know, I'm the CEO and founder of Raising a Mogul with Tamara Zantell. And I wouldn't have that platform to stand on if it wasn't for my daughter, and I feel comfortable saying that she wouldn't have the platform she has to stand on if it wasn't for me. So, there's a story there, and I feel like it's really important for us to share that story. So last week, like I started to say, we talked about disappointment because it was real last week. Xander was a part of a couple projects, and we know other teen entrepreneurs, kidpreneurs that were part of projects. And, things just didn't go as you planned. And that's just how life works out, So this week, since she did launch the book, and I don't know if you all know, check it out on both my pages and also on her page. She officially launched her the pre-sale of her Kid CEO book, where she is the co-author with 8 other amazing entrepreneurs and kidpreneurs, teenpreneurs. And so that's a win, right? So this week we want to talk about wins. We want to talk about, last week was disappointment. This week is celebrating, and what that's like, and how do you do that without looking like a jerk and making other people feel bad, or, when you're feeling yourself and you want to feel great, but you know what? You still got to go to school. You know what? You still have to do your homework. You know what? You're really happy today, but you still have 3 speeches to write, or whatever that looks like for you. Or how about this? You still have to load the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you deal with your kid when they think they're above everything else? And listen, this isn't only about my biz kid. It's also, my son was a football player, like a multiple championship football player. It's the same thing with him. He'd walk around here acting like he didn't have anything to do because you're a superstar over there, honey. In here, you're my son, and you have to do the dishes and clean your room and do the laundry and everything else, right? So, wins. Tonight, we're talking about wins. So I mentioned the book. Also, she's launching in Whole Foods, and there's all kinds of amazing things going on. So, Xander, I think it's really important and interesting for you to share with, if there's any kids watching and any parents that might want to share this video, or rewatch the replay with their child. How does it feel when you have all these amazing things happening? Does it feel what do you do when you feel overwhelmed? Or do you even feel overwhelmed, or are you used to it?
I think sometimes I do feel overwhelmed when it's like multiple different things. Whether that's like disappointment and being excited for something, or waiting, that wait of feeling overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to get this? Like, I poured everything in here into something, and then like to seeing if we win or if we lose. So it does get overwhelming with that, but I don't think I'm overwhelmed with celebrating. No.
You're not overwhelmed with the celebration part?
No. Well, no. Sometimes it does get overwhelming, like right in the heat of the moment, but like other than that, no, it's not overwhelming.
I feel overwhelmed sometimes. And it's not even my life. I'm living this life with you, but it's not me. But I still feel overwhelmed at times. I mean, I look at like, and I often share this with Zandra. I talked to her a little bit about, thank you so much, Danita. Let's see who else. Thank you so much, Sue. Hey, Sue, thanks for joining us. Neftali, thank you for joining us. I remember I gave her an example, probably like early in the year. I don't know when it was, but I remember when she was younger, and she always said, you know, you ask your kid what they want to be, and she was just like, I just want to be famous. And I was like, well, we have to get a little bit more specific than that. You know, like, what does that mean? And when she started to get more specific, it's interesting because you can go back to where we wrote things down like that. Hey, Zandra. They're saying congratulations to you.
Thank you.
When you look back at the things that she wrote when she was 7, 8, 9 years old, a lot of them have already come true, which is really cool. So that's one thing. Like, if you and your child have not sat down and actually wrote out, even just in their 8, 6, 5, 10, 11, 12-year-old self, whatever they think they want to be, let them write it out, so that way they can see it, put it on their wall, and actually start to work towards it. So that was a side note. There's lots of side notes with me, if you'll notice. But anyways, I remember giving her the analogy that when you're young and you say, okay, she was like, I want to be famous. And it's like, okay, well, you want to be famous, but Justin Bieber's famous, or, Zendaya, or whatever kid entrepreneur or kid that was on Disney Channel that she could relate to at the time. And it's like, all you see is the light. You see the highlights, you see the glitz and the glam, but you have no idea that when she walks off set, she still has to do her homework. She still has to go home and probably clean up after the dog, or walk the dog, or do the dishes, like she still has somebody following her around. She has a momager or a dadager that's like, did you eat? You need to drink this water. You need to do that. You need to do this. And it's annoying, I'm sure, so it's almost like saying, be careful what you ask for. But at the same time, you have to understand that the wins can come and they're so amazing, but there's still always work to be done, you know? So you kind of have to take it in stride. So I'm not saying don't celebrate, because we absolutely celebrate. And that's a very, very important part of the process, because even with the wins, we still, it's my job as her manager to sit her down, once the celebration is over and it kind of calms down a little bit, for us to actually, analyze, okay, well, what was this experience like? Would we ever do it again? It was really tough, but how could we have made it easier? What will we avoid next time? So that way, when we go to apply for something else, or we go to launch or throw our hat in the ring for something else, we feel like we're better equipped. So even though it's a win, there's still always a lesson to be learned, and I always feel like there's something else that we can pull from it, not only to share with others, and just to add to it, part of this whole story, but also so that we can get better, You go ahead and let me look and see what else.
And another thing I would say, another thing to keep in mind, like with the wins and things like that, with feeling overwhelmed, I think what my mom really means with like feeling like overwhelmed with like celebration is just like, okay, wow, we're in Whole Foods, like we're going to be in Whole Foods, and it's just like, that's amazing, but now you have to get people to the stores. Now there's more work to living up to the hype, if that makes sense. Or planning out your next strategy move. Okay, what's next? Because you have all this attention. What are you going to do with it? People are always waiting for what's the next move. So, trying to basically beat yourself in a certain way, or what's
I understand what you're saying. It's always trying to one up yourself.
Yeah,
in a way, because it's like you get it, and it's like, ooh, once again, I was trying to fix the camera so that the comments aren't all over your face. Can you come closer to me? Because really, I can't even see your face. Is that helping? I don't know. There we go. It's a little better. We have to sit really close to each other. So yeah, you kind of have to one up yourself. And that's a thing to be very, very careful about too, because when is enough enough? And I know that's one thing that my husband always says is like, okay, now what? Like, I know there's something else, and it's like, well, maybe, but when is enough enough, and you're right, Melissa, we're our own competition. And that's really important. So it's healthy in a way that we don't spend a lot of time dwelling on what other people in our environment are doing. I mean, you also have, even just building a basic business plan, you have to analyze your competitors, right? So you look and see what's out there, what are they doing, what's working, what's not working, and how can I be different? How can I niche down in my area? However, you don't want to dwell on that and spend all your time looking at the book somebody else wrote, or let me just see what she's doing. Oh, they did that. Now I want to, because you'll spend all your time just watching and not doing. So that's really important. And it's harder when you're raising a young CEO or a kid CEO or a child that's with this dream, because that's what kids do. They compare. That's what kids do. It happens at the schoolyard. It happens the first day of school. It happens the last day of school, and it happens in gym. It happens everywhere. Those sneakers, your outfit. Oh, your hair is cute, and that's what they're trained to do. So it's our job as their manager to kind of readjust their mindset and let them understand that you're as good as you want to be, and everybody can be great. There's enough room for all of us. And as long as you stay focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing and what's for, because I really believe that what's for you is what's for you. So that's where the planning comes in, and the goal setting, like I mentioned earlier, really comes into play. Because if that's what's on your vision board, if you say you want to be this kind of doctor, if you say you want to speak on this stage, that's for you. But if you spend all your time paying attention to what everybody else is doing, I guarantee you it's not going to happen, or it's not going to happen the way you imagined it, or it's not going to be as fruitful because you did it you didn't do it in alignment with what was really for you, with your destiny, with your purpose, with your own mission, so that's really important. So I think staying focused is, I guess, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Stay focused on what it is you're trying to do. Celebrate, pull back, analyze, recalibrate,
But don't forget the end goal.
Right. Don't forget your end goal. I'm just going to keep repeating what you say. I annoy her so much. It's driving me insane to have these comments all over your face. I don't like it. I don't know how to, I don't know. Does anybody have any questions for us? We appreciate you guys watching. It's exciting. Let's look. Thank you. Hey, Ariel. Hi, Chantrice. Thanks for joining.
Hi.
Danita, you are amazing. Thank you so much for transcribing. I appreciate it. I really do. So yeah. So what else do you have going on, Zandra?
Let's see. What else do I have going on?
How about the first day of school was today? Could we just talk about that?
Yeah. Woohoo. I'm excited about this being my last year of high school. Because
if it was up to her, she would have graduated 2 years ago.
Yes.
She needed the experience because she already thinks that she is
21.
That and more advanced. I mean, she is advanced. However, I think there's a certain there has to be a balance. Like everything can't be a lot of her movement is in adult spaces. Let me just say that. So I think school serves more of a purpose than her education. It's also a separate kind of education and grounding you. So I think it's necessary for you to be where you're supposed to be with your peers and in alignment. And you can still stay in alignment with your purpose in regards to the business, but you can still be a child as well. You can still be a teenager. What? Because I said child.
Yes.
You can still be a teenager, Miss Melissa said, how was the first day of school?
It was good. It was new school, and it was different from any other school I've been to. So I'll get used to it. I mean,
it is. It's a different school. And actually, the cool thing about this school is they actually reached out to her because, like I said before, I don't know if you were watching, but they remodeled this really cool private school, and they added a whole entrepreneurial component. So we're in Buffalo, New York. It's kind of big, but kind of little. And they were like, hey, we have this idea. Do you think Zandra would, if we, they kind of pitched it to us, which was really cool. And I think it's a winner. I think it's going to be awesome. So she and her brother both started today. So it's really exciting. Let me see. You can't see. Oh, you can't see it, Melissa? You can't see the comments? So maybe I should stop moving the camera. I thought you guys can see the comments scrolling across her face. Can you not?
Probably not. No, because it comes up as like
underneath. Okay. I agree, Melissa. The girl. Hi, Tamiko. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so let me move the camera back and we'll just be normal. I won't be a spaz. I'll try not to be a spaz. Let's see. Okay. All right, I think we're straight. So yeah, so really I wanted, once again, we wanted to come and just talk. I think we might start doing this every Wednesday and just give people an opportunity to get a feel for, you said it last week. If y'all watched last week's video, she said it. She's like, we should do this every Wednesday.
And I said that, right? And you should like, no, I don't know, because you always have something else to do. So it's a definite thing, guys.
Yeah, and then this Wednesday, which is Wednesday, it's the next Wednesday. And she was like, what?
But we need some help coming up with a hashtag. Like, what are we going to call these sessions?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It says Raising a Mogul with Zandra.
And you put the space there. I told you not to put the space.
She tells me what to do all the time. Can somebody write in the comments? Miss Danita, can you write in the comments, you are not her mother? Tell her she's not my mother. She is not the boss of me. But here, we're at home. But at the studio, at her place of business, yes, she is the boss of me. She is my boss, not the boss of me. Is there a difference? I don't know.
A little one.
Yeah. Anyways.
Meaning like you can really do what you want, but at the same time, I'm still the boss. But you are the boss of you because everybody has choices and can make their own choices. So
I can walk off the job.
You totally can. But every choice has a consequence. You're going to have beef when you come home.
She's so rude. Anyways, hashtag. Can you guys help us come up with a hashtag? So if Zandra and I get together and we do this every Wednesday, and we just do like an open, like free-flowing conversation about whatever's happening the week before, or any questions that you guys give us, or topics on this process that we called, that I call Raising a Mogul and she calls Zandra Life.
Yeah. Z Life. We can try to make something like with Zan, because Zandra and Zantell. Zantell tells, or
Zantell tells on Zandra.
No. Yes.
We need a hashtag.
All the business all the time.
Hey, Tynika, thanks for joining. Okay, so Neftali's daughter, Delphine, is watching you. She's a young author, and she's an author, and she also, I think she makes cupcakes, right? And she wants to know, she said, how do you make sure your business never stops growing?
Well, I feel like the business is a part of you, either way, whether like you're the face of the business or somebody else, you are the brand. So, keeping up with the changes in society, because everything changes constantly, whether that's in like whatever industry or business world you're in, things change every day. So growing with that and being able to adapt to whatever culture or to whatever space or industry you're in. So whether that's like the music industry or the skincare industry or the fashion industry, keeping up with that and growing. And I feel like learning more, always have an open mind to learning new different things, because if you're like closed-minded and closed off to like only doing a certain thing a certain way all the time, then you're just like closing yourself off to all the growing possibilities with you as a person and as a business too. So
I would also add on being careful, especially if you haven't already started your brand or your business. You guys, if your kids actually have a little bit more leeway than we do. It actually, really anyone can, because I feel like you're never too old or young to start or start over. But one thing I do want to add is, what was I going to say? Oh, to make sure it's something it's scalable. If you're going to put a lot of time and effort and energy into something, you want to make sure that whatever you're launching, whatever you're starting, or really working on is something that's scalable. So whatever it is, if it's a product or a service, make sure it's something that it's scalable, meaning you can grow it, you can add on, you can increase the line, you can increase your offerings, you can increase your services. That way and then in addition to what Zandra said, staying relevant. You're not limiting yourself, and that way there's always going to be a spot for you and something that you can actually pitch yourself. Z-Chat. Miss Andrea said Z-Chat.
The Z's at the end. I like that.
Ooh, chat. Z-Chats. I like that. I didn't see the Z. It's so hard for us to see the comments because this software is like putting them right across Andrew's face. It's really hilarious. I should screenshot it and show you.
We should call it Zandra needs to go get Wendy's Wednesdays.
She's so always eating nasty food. So Miss Melissa says on Zandra chat, Z-Tails for Moguls. Ooh, that's cute. I like that one too.
Yeah, that's cute.
I like that one. Wednesdays with Zandra. That's cute. But you left me out, Melissa. Gee. I like the Z chats with the 2 Z's.
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you. We like that. Let us know if you have any other ideas. So does anyone else have any other questions? Thanks for the heart, Sue. I appreciate it. Tanika, thanks for watching too. So anything else you want to share with the good people?
Another thing with the wins, staying humble and being around other people, staying grounded, staying around people who love you and want the best for you, and who know you. And I think that's really it.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's good. That's good.
I love you all. I have to go get Wendy's.
That was so weird. Like that was her closing. That's how insane. I love you all. Anyways, Wendy, can I just tell you that I cooked tonight, and usually her dad cooks. So tonight was like a special occasion. I don't even know what happened, what came over me. Hey, Simone, my favorite niece in the world.
Hi, Simon.
And she won't even eat the food. She wants to go drive off. And I think she just started driving, so that's the thing. She wants to, wherever it is, it doesn't matter.
That's my time for me. I feel like when I'm in the car by myself, listening to my own music, going at my own pace, that's like my time to think. Everyone has their thing in the house. Like my dad will go outside and golf, like if she feels frustrated or whatever. And she will light her candles and do whatever. Mm-hmm. Josiah will just touch his jewelry or something.
My son's obsessed with jewelry.
James plays football. He goes to work. He works out, and my sister, she sleeps and stuff. So I feel like my time is in the car doing me.
On the way to get food. It's always usually the end goal is always food. Anyways, okay. So thank you all for joining. Oh wait, we have another one. Tanika, Zantell Youth Mogul. Zamtam. So Andrea said she started a nonprofit for kids at heart Kitty Cab called Kids at Heart. Oh, I love that. I want to do business classes for children, helping them get the raise. Would Zandra come? I can only see some of it, but will Zandra come? Yes.
Zandra will.
Yes, Zandra will. We'll read it when it's done. Right now it's going across her face, so I can only see some of it. But absolutely. And thank you. And that's awesome. I'm excited about that. Yes. That's what she does. The science behind it. So any STEM workshops, business startup, anything like that. That's what she does. And she's really, she does it well. So thank you all for watching us. We appreciate your time and your attention. Once again, I am Tamara Zantell. You can follow me at all things Tamara Zantell on most social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn at Tamara Zantell. Head over to my page at Raising a Mogul with Tamara Zantell. And
I'm Zandra, and you can follow me at all social media publications.
So rude.
At Zandra Beauty. All at Zandra Beauty. I'm on basically all social media outlets, so follow me there. Check out my products at zandrabeauty.com. Email me if you have any questions, and I'm off to go get Wendy's. Bye.
I'm going to she's going to leave us. I'm going to post the link if anyone's interested in purchasing her new book. It's on pre-order right now. It is called Kid CEO, and it's a story of 9 amazing kid CEOs, and it talks to you in depth talks to your kid. It's a book by kids for kids, talking to them in great detail about their experience. So if you want to learn how Zandra went, like I said before, from a kitchen table hobby and turned her business into an international brand, that's all in the book. She also gives keys to success. Mm-hmm. I actually have a surprise little piece in there. She wasn't happy about that. She doesn't like to share. It's so weird.
telling
Anyways.
you guys, what is going on?
Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful
Good night.
Wednesday evening. Talk to you soon. She couldn't wait to leave. Bye-bye.